I would be lying if I said this wasn't genuinely probably one of the rock bottoms of rock bottoms for me. And it's weird because I don't actually feel much. I might crash out, I might do this, but I don't actually feel anything. And it's a weird feeling to explain, because it will hit me, but then it'll be like, oh, well, it's not hitting me a lot. Like, I'm not like sobbing. Sometimes I just feel paralyzed. Sometimes I just feel numb. Sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes I just want someone to save me, and I know no one is, and that's partly the problem, because I just want to be helped. I just want help is all I want. I just want therapy. I want loads of things, but I just don't have the resources for that right now, and that's what sucks. Anyway, I'm doing my best with what I have, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm trying my best. I genuinely am trying my best with all the content stuff. I just feel it's hard to not put yourself in a victim mindset, because I don't want to put myself in a victim mentality. But sometimes I am just like, why do bad people, or people that do bad things, get rewards? Why is it that they're so quick to get someone else? Why is it so quick that they get loads of money or get to do all these crazy things, and I'm just left with nothing? Because I put my all into someone, and now I'm left with nothing. Literally nothing. I sacrificed. I think as a woman, sacrifice is the biggest thing that a man will never understand. Never understand. It's so different for a woman to be in a relationship, especially the type of dynamic relationship that I was in, and this is something that you can take as a lesson, is I was in a relationship dynamic where I was kind of like the housewife. Like, I would all do the stuff and he would pay the bills, and it's like, never again do I really want to do that unless someone is giving me a prenuptial agreement that benefits me and I have a ring on my finger. There is no way in hell I'm doing that. And I'm glad that I learnt that at a young age, because I'm only 23. But never again will I do that, because one, that's not the type of person I am anyway. I've always kind of been like, I want to contribute my part, but I think I just fell into it. And then I think I'm quite neurodivergent, because I struggle to do these things. Like, and that's not me saying it as an excuse. Like, these things don't come naturally to me. And I was, like, made to feel like I was the problem because I couldn't do these certain things naturally or at a good standard. And I tried my fucking best. I tried my best. I gave my all. I literally gave my all. I sacrificed so much to the point where I genuinely didn't want to be here anymore. Like, I genuinely, dead ass, gave so much to this person that I lost myself entirely. And it shows how much I can love, but it also shows how much I don't love myself. And that is the crazy part, because loving yourself is the main thing. And that's why I say it always comes back to me, and I'll never blame the other person. Like, that's all on me, unfortunately. And I think it comes down again to obviously your parent dynamic, and knowing that you always had to work hard just to get the bare minimum approval, and the same in school as well. Like, struggled in school, had to work so hard just for the fucking bare minimum results, just for someone to be like, oh, well done, Corey, like, you actually did well. And well was getting a C. I think giving your all and sacrificing a lot as a woman is completely different to a man, because at the end of the day, I can only relate it to my situation, but like, he still is fine. He is financially fine. He is physically fine, like, everything fine, because he didn't really invest a lot into it as much as I did. Sure, maybe you could say financially, but that was about it. And he'll be just fine, because he's just fine anyway. And it made me really open my eyes, because I was like, there's no way I can depend on someone again, because I'm now left with like, oh shit, I've got to pick up all the pieces. And sure, I learned a lot. I'm so grateful that I've learned so much, and it wasn't all awful. It's difficult to put into words, because I don't want to talk too much on my relationship, but I just want to talk about the experiences and what I've learned about relationship dynamics and stuff like that, because it's important for me to look back on, and also it's important for you guys to understand that every relationship is different, and it's not like what you see on TikTok. Like, if he wanted to, he would, and all this stuff. Like, sure, I might crash out and say stuff, like, on the pod or whatever. Like, if he wanted to, he would, or whatever. But I think, at the end of the day, like, men are just human. I just think sometimes they're just stupid. Fucking stupid. We're different. And what sucks so much is that he didn't know what he had. And maybe he did. Maybe I wasn't enough. Maybe I wasn't enough for his caliber. But I have to accept that that's okay if I wasn't enough for him. But it does hurt because I gave everything. Like, when you literally give every ounce of your soul and that's still not enough, that is so heartbreaking, because it comes back to you, because you're like, well, what's wrong with me then? There's this wrong. And that's why my self-confidence and self-esteem is so fucking low coming out of it. And I would never, ever, ever rush into something straight away just to fill the void. Like, that's just not the type of person I am. Sure, if he's doing that, cool, jog on. Because at the end of the day, is that going to last? Maybe. If that lasts, great. Genuinely, great. It's at the end of the day, I'm quite a chill person. Until you cross a boundary of mine, obviously I'm going to crash out. I'm going to feel so disrespected. And I think I want to switch the word crash out to standing up for myself, actually. I really, really, really struggle to stand up for myself a lot of the time. I have had someone say this to me quite a while ago, actually. And they were like, you don't stand up for yourself enough. Which is so true. I don't. And I don't know why that is. I think it's because I do put people on pedestals and I do put people above me because I see them as better than me, or they've made me feel like they are better than me. And I will just accept it because it's ingrained in me that I haven't been that great from the start, from the get-go, because I've had to work my arse off just to get average grades, just to get the bare minimum. Like, that's just the type of person I've had to be. And I think this is where therapy would be really good for me, because I do find it difficult. I'd find it more difficult than the average person to process information and to do basic shit. And it's not me saying this as an excuse. Like, I dead arse. Like, my dad every day will tell me, like, Corey, you need to sort your room out. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like, you need to organise. And, like, my organisation is a mess. The fact, like, today, I'll give you an example. I lost my Beats and I was, like, devastated over it. I was genuinely, like, on the verge of tears. I think it's just because I've had a bad day. But I was like, I've lost all my headphones. And it's because I put them away. It's because I put them away somewhere to tidy up. And if I just put them in a place where it wasn't tidy and I normally put them, I would have remembered. It's like my mess. Does that make sense? And that's just one example that made me realise the second I try to do normal things, it stresses me out. And same goes for, like, trying to be a housewife. Of course, like, any woman would not want to worry about bills, especially in this economy, and have that lovely relationship dynamic where you can just, like, you can go shopping if you wanted, you can do this if you wanted. And of course, that's an amazing lifestyle. And I just felt so guilty because I couldn't live up to that. Even as much as I tried, I just could not live up to it. And that just doesn't make me feel enough. And now I'm just like, well, I don't deserve a man like that then. Like, I don't deserve anything. Like, I genuinely feel like I don't deserve shit. But people, my friends, bless them, they'll be like, but Corey, like, you're such a good person. You have a big heart. Like, you're so pretty. And it's just like, I don't see that. I'm very nonchalant about that right now. Like, I don't know if I ever will see that. Hopefully I will. But it's like, I don't actually see that in myself. I don't think I ever will. I don't look at the positives too much about myself because I always want to constantly work on getting better just to feel normal. Like, I don't ever feel normal, and that's, like, part of my struggle. I just struggle to, like, maintain things. I struggle to have discipline, actually, which is my fault. That's just on me. Like, I'm just probably lazy. I don't know. But I don't want to tell myself that I'm just lazy because I know I'm not. I've had this discussion before. Like, I know I'm not lazy. I have so much ambition and stuff to do, and I'm talented at things. I'm good at what I do. But it's just, as I said, I struggle to maintain things. And I also get bored very easily with a lot of the things that I do. But I've picked up dance again. that's hopefully giving me some confidence. Like, there's things I'm implementing in my life that slowly are building me back up again. I took a heels class last week. I'm going to take another one this week. And I come away feeling really empowered. And I think that's partly why. Like, talking, even though I might seem like I'm crashing out about things, I think that really helps me because it helps me, like, process my own shit. And it makes me laugh at myself as well. And I'm like, actually, if I don't laugh at this, I'll probably cry. And I'm actually kind of funny sometimes. Yeah, I need to, like, not speak negatively on myself. But I think I went on a bit of a tangent. Putting people on pedestals can give you rose-tinted glasses. This is something that I had to remind myself, is when you're in love, you have rose-tinted glasses. You just do. I need to put the black shades on now and go blackout because I need to see things black and white as they are. You did this, I'm going to take it as face value. I'm not going to listen to anything you ever said to me. And I'm going to see that as you said that because you were guilty, or you felt insecure, or you just had deeper rooted issues, or you didn't want to hurt me. I don't know. There's so many different explanations. And I think as a woman, and as me specifically, I need to understand why a lot of the time. And when I don't know the why, that's what gets to me. That's why I feel like I do. I'm not angry. Again, I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not whatever about them doing what they did. Sure, that's a fucking disrespectful, hurtful thing. But it's like, I'm more so like, why? Why? I'm always searching for the fucking why. When sometimes there is no why. Or maybe there is. There always is a reason. I believe there always is a reason, actually. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. There's always a reason for everything. Sometimes people just don't know it. That's partly the problem. You can go to this man that's fucked you over and be like, why did you do this? They might not know themselves. That's where I think overanalyzing comes in. I've been told that I overanalyze people. Which, sure, cool, I probably do that, but that's because I'm searching for the fucking why. I just don't understand a lot of things. I have to be told in a specific way. And even I don't really know what that specific way is. But you can tell me something, I'll forget. Or I won't process it properly. And I'll be like, can you explain it again? You'll explain it again. I still won't get it. And I think it has to be very black and white to me. It has to be very, like, simple words, black and white, short sentences. Because if you don't do that, I'm going to have a meltdown. I'm going to start stressing out. I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel like, oh, shit, it's all my fault, you know? Anyway, so that's kind of where I stand. A man will have a woman lined up before he leaves, or as he leaves. And that's from my own experiences. The guy I was with got a dating app the hour, the second we broke up. The second. Downloaded Hinge. I saw the fucking notification come up on his phone. And I was like, Jesus, man, I'm still living with you. Chill the fuck out. Like, we've been together for like almost 4 fucking years and you're already doing that. That's crazy to me. And he was like, well, it's for validation. And I'm like, well, if you need validation that quickly. Like, the thing is, you don't just stop loving someone just because you've just broken up. Unless you've, like, both fallen out of love. But, like, you still have a love for them. But it's just like, I won't stop giving you validation. I'm not going to say you're a fucking awful person and whatever. I'm not going to make you feel shit about yourself. You don't need to then just download dating apps because you have validation. That's why I'm like, was that a lie? I don't know. But yeah, men will always have women lined up, whatever their intention is. And obviously men process things different to women. Sure, they can move on quicker, they can find sex quicker, whatever it may be, but at the end of the day, they still have to process their emotion. And even if they don't process it, unfortunately, the next girl will have to deal with that. And that's something that you have to kind of accept. And, like, I'm the type of person that's just like, no, I'd rather you worked on yourself so you don't bring that trauma to someone else. But, yeah, whatever. And the thing is, right, people can change their mind. People can change their mind about you. It happens. People change. A lot can change in a year. A lot can change in 6 months. A lot can change in a week. Whatever. A lot can change in a day. But just fucking tell me. Just tell me. Just be straight up. For someone that preached about loyalty and respect and whatever, sure as hell didn't fucking live up to that. The moral of the story is, make sure you're just very aware and careful when you're in a relationship. I think everyone should kind of have a little bit of one eye open. You just don't know. And I think as long as you can trust yourself and know that you can survive whatever it is that anyone can put you through, then you're going to be fine. Like, that is genuinely the moral of the story. And try your best not to put people on pedestals, because that can really damage a lot of things, actually. But yeah, it's just dealing with betrayal for me right now is what I'm struggling with, I think. And it's more so of what people say to you and then their actions don't add up to the saying. And that's what I struggle to process. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? And I feel like I'm struggling more than the average person because I struggle to process shit as it is. If you want to subscribe. I'm sorry if I've not been very engaging, but yeah, I think this is just how I feel. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you next week, and make sure you're following my Instagram. Thank you. Bye.